Welcome back to the midday broadcast of Expresso on SABC3. Yes, we are live, in case you were wondering.
Oh, yes, we are.
And we've been chatting all about finding love during lockdown, how people are going about doing it, using dating apps, as some famous people have done out there, including the likes of Common and Tiffany Haddish, who met on the set of The Kitchen, and they were like love interests over there. And then fast forward a bit later on, they're now the real deal, real thing, cute-looking couple, and they were involved with a dating app that then also helped them to raise some much-needed funds, partnering up to raise funds for frontline workers and their children as well. So it can be successfully done online, and even by the famous people out there.
They can't say, this is how you maintain social distancing, is you eat as much garlic as I've just eaten.
just
and
do
then
sit on
naturally,
the
like,
couch. Of course, Asha Dullabh is also here to clue us in on the topic. And we asked a very interesting question about you at home, whether you've perhaps found love during lockdown. And Aisha, here's what they had to say. Renee Joy Smith January said, "Yes, I did. And getting married soon."
Oh, wonderful.
So newfound love during lockdown and done. Tish says, "I definitely have, and it has been the most beautiful journey of my entire life. So blessed."
I love that.
Lovely stuff there.
that.
Sibongile unfortunately says, "Love to me seems like it's something meant for other people, but just not me." We'll tap into that now. And then Jason Vessel says, "Love is still under lockdown level 5.
So it's going slow.
Yeah.
Slow and just restricted.
I think that's what it means. It means there's lots of restrictions where love is concerned.
Oh, man.
Are you surprised to be hearing these kinds of responses?
Not at all. This is what love is all about. You know, we have experiences where love, just flows, and there's challenges.
And just to touch on Sibongile's experience, if Sibongile is coming out and saying that she feels that love is for a certain type of person and not for her, what does that mean? What does that mean or say about expectation when going into online dating or trying to build those connections?
We are all pure source love, so love is for everybody. We are all deserving of love. We all are lovable as human beings. But, what does come up is expectations. We all have our own expectations based on our own past experiences of love, our own betrayals, our distrust. And what happens is expectations breeds disappointment. So we need to look carefully, what are we expecting from love? What does this word love mean? Because it means different. It's different for everybody.
Then let's take that into an online space. In this particular dating app that's where Tiffany and Common met, it's a public platform where people get to start their dating life in front of an audience, getting likes. Does that not then in itself create an unusual expectation of what happens when you then go back into a private, more intimate space?
Unrealistic.
Is it because surely you're performing if you're doing it online. Do you think there is still that kind of wall that stands in front of you when you are doing online? Because I also know people who found love online and the best relationships.
Yeah, I think that we all kind of pretend to some degree. We all have these masks that we want to
especially
put our
on a
best
first date, man.
forward. So we are, it's contrived. We overthink it quite a lot. And if we could just be more relaxed and go with the flow and be more natural, because love is so natural. But we do. We go into this mode of pretense because we don't want to be judged harshly. I think we live in a world where there's so much harsh judgment already, and we're very careful of that. So we want to just put our best foot forward. We want to look good. We want to feel good. But the nerves also come in. We feel nervous. We're fearful. We don't want to be rejected.
Talk to me a little bit about the different forms of expectation that come into play when we try to find love. What different forms of expectations can there be that are misguiding or mislead us from actually finding what is, I guess at the end of the day, a wholesome, good relationship that can, authentic connection and relationship that can thrive? What are those constructs that we have in our minds that deter us from that?
I think authentic is the key word, but I'll come back to that. I think our expectations start off from the fairy tales that we read as little children. The little Cinderella story that promises a happily ever after scenario. You meet the prince, you meet the ideal partner, and there's no challenges, and here we go. And it's beautiful. And that expectation, we grow up with that. We then are, we witness other people in relationships, and there's a lot of cover up of real true emotions. So that, you know, everyone kind of pretends and keeps things together. And they don't really speak about their fears and their shame and their guilt and their struggles. You know, everyone sort of just says, it's okay. But we've really delved deep into our heart and speak about experiences on an authentic level.
Yeah.
We'll make it.
That's often when the real connections are made. You get to
Yes.
see that other side, that human side.
And I've often found that real connections come when people are able to be vulnerable. And a lot of people hold back from that vulnerability. And so the area of trust then becomes another conversation when it comes to online dating. When and how do you trust and how do you measure?
You don't want to come out of the gates like,
Yes.
Well, you've already swiped right, so you're pretty much like 50% set up, ready for that.
yeah, they
right?
like you. You know
Yeah.
that they're getting a vibe. The chemistry could be there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think with the trust versus mistrust, you know, the virtue there is to have hope.
Yeah.
We need to have hope. We need to stay positive. But love is a challenge. It's almost like we need to experience this in the opposite extremes, where we experience the depth of love. We need to be aware that we're going to experience the depth of pain.
Pain, yeah.
It goes hand in hand.
Yeah. Do you think that love and relationships now, you know, post lockdown level 5 to where we now are in level 1, do they look and feel different to what they used to be? 'Cause, I mean, first of all, you are walking around with a mask, so there's a certain human connection that is limited. Do relationships and love during this level of lockdown
Is it really
look and feel
all in
different?
the eyes?
Yeah, I think that it's all in our own perceptions of how we perceive love. It's very individualistic. It's an individual experience. I mean, some people are speaking about online dating and online love as the new norm, the new normal, the new modern dating, because they say it's much more easier. There's no need to check where we're meeting, what do I need to wear, who's going to pay the bill.
Yeah.
There's no pressure about the first kiss or am I going to be invited in for coffee. All of that is taken away. So it's just about enjoying the moment, you know, sending flowers beforehand, before the date, ordering in the food, having a dance. It's beautiful. So people are embracing this new way of dating. Why not? Let's try it out.
It's the silver lining, it's an opportunity. And I think we've all gone through a shared experience that has made us more real as human beings. So hopefully we can share some of that in relationship. Asha, thank you so much. It's been a lot of fun exploring love in lockdown. Thank you so much. To Megan Daniels, soon to be Pedro, for helping us whip up the most delicious, loved up bread in the kitchen as well. We really do appreciate your input. You smell me or the bread?
No, you. Thanks, Megan. And thank you very much for tuning in. We'll see you again bright and early tomorrow morning at 6 o'clock right here on SABC3. Make someone smile out there and have a wonderful day.